issue of the National Cathedral. On the vexed issue of the National Cathedral, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice directed government to audit the project and investigate any misuse of public funds. Government is enjoined to follow this directive and will soon activate such an investigation into the project. But on the future of the project, the cathedral, I believe that all of us as Christians must forge a consensus on how to achieve such a project without recourse to public funds. And this project must be achieved at a reasonable cost. In the current circumstances that Ghana is going through, it makes no sense to achieve such a project at a whopping sum of $400 million. I am informed that the National Ecumenical Center in Abuja, which is used by all Christian faith in Nigeria, was built at a cost of $30 million. I believe that we can reach a more reasonable figure for achieving such a project, and together we can raise the funding for it. Such a reconsideration of this project might even include changing the current site that was chosen for the project. I leave the rest to any such future consultation that we will have as the body of Christ. By preaching love and unity and encouraging civic responsibility, you have been the pillars of support. It is through your guidance that we've been able to navigate this season peacefully and continue to bask in the glory as the beacon of democracy in Africa. And I am truly grateful. As we celebrate this victory, I want to assure every Ghanaian that I stand here as a president for all of you, regardless of your political, ethnic, or religious affiliation. This is a moment for Ghana. This is a moment for unity. It's a moment to put aside our differences and work together for the greater good of our dear nation. In Ephesians chapter 4, verse 3, we are urged to, and I quote, make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Unity is not just a value we aspire to, it is a necessity for our progress. We can only move forward as a nation if we stand together, shoulder to shoulder, and embrace the common goal of building a prosperous and inclusive Ghana. Today I want to share with you a few tidbits about a vision for transformation, a vision for a national reset. In Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, it reminds us of God's promise. And I quote, it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." With this assurance, we embark on a journey to rebuild and reset our nation. The resetting of our nation, Ghana, is anchored on restoring hope and creating opportunities for all. We will address the challenges of unemployment by investing in entrepreneurship, in vocational training and value chain development in agriculture and industry. Our youth deserve better opportunities, and we are committed to providing them with the tools that they need to thrive in life. We'll prioritize healthcare, ensuring that every Ghanaian, no matter their location or economic status, has access to quality medical care. In this regard, we'll compile an inventory of all uncompleted health facilities and prepare a plan and program to complete and operationalize these. To improve access to health care for all our people, we will in the next budget uncap the National Health Insurance Levy. This is important so that the National Health Insurance Authority can have sufficient funds to reimburse health service providers for the care that they provide to the public. Education will be another cornerstone of our reset, with a focus on improving infrastructure and providing resources for teachers and expanding access to technology for students. As indicated in our 120-day plan, we will convene a National Education Review Conference to dialogue on the challenges facing various levels of our educational system, in order that we can forge a consensus on the way forward to achieve quality education. As we speak, we have a challenge currently with feeding students in secondary schools, as the Ghana Education Service insisted that schools must reopen on the 3rd of January, contrary to the advice of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. As a stopgap measure, I've asked the Chief of Staff to work with the Ghana Education Service to allocate and evacuate food that is currently held in warehouses in Teman, which this food was imported by the outgone government in response to the drought that occurred last year. But in this emergency, we need to use some of that food to feed our students so that education can continue.